Good evening, you're watching Left, Right and Centre. I'm Nidhi Razdan. On the show tonight, Master Strategist and Modi confidant Amit Shah takes over as the new president of the BJP. Is Modi's control over the party now complete? Also on the eve of the general budget, the economic survey talks about the need for tough measures to bring the economy back on track. Will the first budget of this new government live up to expectations? But first tonight, Amit Shah is the new president of the BJP. The man who helped plan the BJP's stunning victory in the Lok Sabha elections now heads the party. With Shah's elevation, the modification of the BJP now seems complete, but not without controversy. Shah faces serious charges in a fake encounter case, though clearly the party has moved on. Rahul Srivastav reports.
Rajnath Singh passed the baton to Amit Shah, watched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. His forceful backing for Shah demolished the Sangh Parivar's apprehension over two men from Gujarat running the government and the party. The Lok Sabha win tipped the scales for Shah. The BJP Sangh combined picked Amit Shah despite the cases against him.
देखिए आप सबको याद होगा कि ऐसे ही हमारे श्री नितिन गडकरी जी के ऊपर भी बेबुनियाद और निराधार आरोप चस्पा किए गए.
Celebrations broke out in Gujarat and Delhi. BJP and RSS feel Amit Shah will ensure better BJP government link. There will be no two power centres and there would be no party trouble for the government. Amit Shah bowed before LK Advani after the announcement, but his rise indicates the end of Atal Advani era. The Lok Sabha polls has changed Amit Shah's fortunes.
देश में दो ही लोगों को अच्छे दिन आए हैं, या तो नरेंद्र मोदी या अमित शाह.
उनके ऊपर आज भी चार्जशीटेड है, एक कोर्ट केस चल रहा है इस समय.
Aam Aadmi Party's Yogendra Yadav tweeted, "Can anyone remember another head of a national party who was under trial for heinous crimes like murder, kidnapping and extortion? A new low." It was in the late 80s that he came in touch with Modi, then as an RSS pracharak. In 2002, Amit Shah was inducted into Modi's cabinet and held an unprecedented 10 portfolios.
Outside the BJP headquarters in Delhi, Amit Shah's picture will soon replace Rajnath Singh. The BJP's future, Narendra Modi and Amit Shah rubbing shoulders with the BJP's past, LK Advani and Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The cadres are already speculating. Will the new mentor-protege combine stay tied to the umbilical of RSS that brought about this transition? Or will the individuals again rise above the organization? With Siddharth Pandey in Delhi, Rahul Srivastav for NDTV.
So what does Amit Shah taking over the BJP mean for the party, for the RSS and for the future leadership of the BJP? Does it also mean now that Mr. Modi's control over the government and the party are now complete? We have a terrific panel joining us on the show tonight. We have Akar Patel, senior journalist and columnist who joins us tonight from Bangalore, someone who's extensively covered Mr. Modi's career. Aarti Jairath here back in the studio with us. Shahid Siddiqui joins us tonight from Delhi, Nalini Singh as well. Sambit Patra, spokesperson of the BJP here with us, and you can make that out very clearly from the colour of his kurta tonight. And Yogendra Yadav will be joining us very shortly on the OB from Delhi. Akar, to you first. Is this now a clear indication then that Mr. Modi's control over the BJP, over the government is now complete? This is his government, this is his party, and how do you think that's going to go down with the RSS? Is it really backing this or has it warily accepted it?
I think it's part of what Mr. Modi set out to do, and I think that he's been very successful at doing this. He's done exactly what he did in Gujarat, which is first to take power from the outside, which is what he did in the state. He was parachuted into the job of CM, but that is not what happened in Delhi. We voted into power. So he accumulated power on merit. The way he's using it is exactly as it is in Gujarat. He removed all the senior leaders there, put his own men in charge. Very few people in Gujarat can name who the BJP president of that state is. I think something similar will come to pass in Delhi as well, where Mr. Shah, who, as you've said, has got some very serious charges against him, will be more or less a rubber stamp. It will be Mr. Modi who will control the party as he controlled the party in Gujarat for these last 12-13 years. This was what the BJP in Delhi was worried about, that once you got this man in, his acquisitiveness, his accumulation of power is such, and he is so capable at doing this, that they will not have a chance. They were all made to line up and applaud and give their amashirwad. The power rests with the man who didn't speak either. So far as the RSS goes, I think we need to study what Ram Madhav's entry means. We could read this in one of two ways, that the RSS worries that given the balance of power or the lack of balance of power in the BJP in Delhi, they need to fortify their own say in the party by sending in people like Ram Madhav. The other way of looking at it is to, and I would say that this is the right way of looking at it, is to see that Mohan Rao Bhagwat is an ally of Mr. Modi, has always been, was part of the decision by the RSS to send Mr. Modi as CM in 2001. I think the RSS and the BJP have never been closer as they are today. So I think the RSS is very happy with the fact that Mr. Modi is fully in charge of the party, very happy with the sort of language Mr. Modi had used in Gujarat. He hasn't spoken much yet in Delhi. I will be very surprised if he changes his tone and his tenor. He's a one-man show. I think what we'll see in Delhi over the next few months will be very similar to what we've seen in Gujarat.
Okay, many important points made there by Aakar Patel. I'd like to take that to Shahid Siddiqui next. Shahid Siddiqui, do you agree with Aakar Patel's analysis of this, that, this is Mr. Modi's way of becoming the one-man show that he was in Gujarat earlier, and that Amit Shah will be a rubber stamp? You really think he'll be a rubber stamp, or isn't it also a fact that he has shown certainly that he is a master strategist of his own making in the way that he was able to chart the BJP's victory, especially in UP?
I agree with Aakar on most of the points. This was expected that once Mr. Modi is able to take over the power, the government at the center, he would prefer to take over the party, the organization and every other affiliated organization with the BJP. But I don't agree, I'll slightly disagree with the idea that Mr. Amit Shah will be a rubber stamp. Mr. Amit Shah is also his own man. In fact, what I know and heard of Mr. Amit Shah, he influences Mr. Modi from time to time. So, and in UP, he had a free hand to work. He worked very freely, and whatever I saw of him in Uttar Pradesh was that he was, he's an extremely practical man, extremely down to earth, extremely, he knows his weaknesses, he knows the weaknesses of the party. I had a chance to speak to him once or twice, and he was very, very clear where party was wrong, where it had gone wrong, what was the problem with the BJP, and his expectations were at that point not that high as it ultimately proved to be in Uttar Pradesh. So I will give a lot of credit to him for what happened in Uttar Pradesh, and I believe that he will be working quite independently, although within the framework which will be given to him by Mr. Narendra Modi, but within that framework Mr. Shah will be quite independent.
Aarti, quick comment from you. That may be the case, that he may work independently, but do you really see any ideological conflict as such? I mean, there's clearly not going to be a situation where there are two power centers between the party and the government, and that's clearly what Mr. Modi was aiming to drive at, and maybe what the RSS wanted to do.
Absolutely.
They're both the same.
Working independently means what? He's certainly not going to take decisions on his own.
Yeah.
Every decision he takes will be taken in consultation with Narendra Modi, and he will certainly be carrying out Narendra Modi's agenda in the party. There's no question about it. And I think his main strength, at least as perceived by Narendra Modi, is that he seems to have turned out to be an excellent election manager, and there are 4 elections coming up immediately this year, and I think Amit Shah will have to prove his mettle in these 4 elections, and depending on how the BJP performs in these 4 elections, he will either become a bigger hero than he is now, or he will be somewhat thing. But the interesting thing, Nidhi, here is that with Amit Shah as president, he's only 49 years old, you are going to wipe out an entire generation of BJP leaders for the future. What you're actually doing is making space for people like Sambit over here, a whole new crop of people who I think will line up to take over from the BJP once this crop just dies out.
So you believe that this generation is being eclipsed?
Absolutely.
In a sense, what Akar was saying.
There is a generational transition.
They will wither away. They won't have to die.
Yeah, well, okay, wither away, whatever, or they will retire or whatever. But there is a generational transition that is taking place now, that will take place in the BJP.
Okay, Nalini Singh, quick comment, because then I want to get into the question of the cases against Amit Shah, which is another point. But do you believe that this is good for the working of the BJP? There were reservations, let's face it, earlier that even the RSS had about two people from, say, Gujarat occupying the same position, too much power in a sense centered with Mr. Modi. But clearly they've overcome that and they've realized, maybe as Akar says, that this is the way to go.
Yeah. I think that the first thing to recognize is that this is the third generation of the leadership of the BJP. And also that I think that ideology as we knew it has has gone onto the back burner, and what is on the front burner is an election winning machine. And I would say that that's very important. BJP does see that in the next 2 years it has 10 elections. If it wants to have a decisive presence in the Rajya Sabha, it must win them. And I think Amit Shah is definitely a man of the moment. And in fact, Maharashtra BJP cadres are cheering, and this is really very good timing for Maharashtra, beginning with Maharashtra. Also, I would say that he is very well regarded by the cadres, and he's very close to the cadres. What I know of Amit Shah is that he gives a lot of time to workers, and so that has happened on the one hand. But I think that we also should know that he is a man of arithmetic. So at the moment, BJP doesn't want a man who manages the party, but a man who's in charge of a war machine, war being the elections. And I think that's what's most important to it. And Amit Shah actually fulfills, and every one of these, and his term is going to be co-terminus with Narendra Modi's. He's got 18 months plus he's going to go to 4 years. So it'll be more or less co-terminus.
Okay, so you think it's a smart political move, especially before elections, where Yogendra Yadav, you tweeted today about the charges that Amit Shah faces, and that's certainly been something that has been in a matter of much debate throughout today. Can anyone remember another head of a national party who's under trial for heinous crimes like murder, kidnapping and extortion? It's a new law. You clearly have very strong feelings on this, Mr. Yadav. Tell us about that.
The point of those tweets was very simple, that in our country we have some norms about who can become a national leader. The norms have undoubtedly come down over the years. All kinds of people have become national leaders. But honestly, I can't think things reaching this level. We do know that we have Mr. Shah is under trial. The trial is not for political crimes. It is purely criminal. It involves serious charges of masterminding murder, extortion, kidnapping, destroying evidence. These are the kind of charges under which his trial. Remember, these charges were not framed by any government or any hostile UPA government. This was Supreme Court monitored investigation in which in which it was assessed that he should be charged, that cases should be lodged against him. And also remember that this is when he was the State Minister of Home for Gujarat, when the Supreme Court said no, it would not be wise to hold these cases in Gujarat, that they need to be shifted out, and that's when they were done. So this is the kind of person we are dealing with. Surely the courts have not yet convicted him, but I think a party which claimed to do away with criminality in the country could have simply waited for the court to exonerate him if they believe he is not guilty, and then appointed him to this high position. So I'm truly shocked. I think this actually lowers the minimum barrier that we have for entry to national positions of power.
Sambit Patra, then you would have to take on that criticism head on. Yogendra Yadav says, why didn't the BJP wait for him to be exonerated before he was appointed to this position?
Now, I have a number of points to make, because I have been absorbing all the points that my previous speakers were making. So point by point, give me 30 seconds. First and foremost, let me begin by the fact, as Mr. Yogendra Yadav was saying, it's norm in this country to see to it that such kind of leaders are made. He was describing a particular character of a leader. I would remind Mr. Yogendra Yadav that the norm in a democratic country like India, in which faced election very recently, about a month and a half ago, is that the people choose their leader. The people chose Narendra Modi in spite of the tarnishing that you all gave him. People felt that, well, yes, it was Narendra Modi who needs to head them. It is the people again
talking
who
about
chose.
Amit Shah right now.
No. At this point, it was important to remind him of the fact that Narendra Modi was also taken the same way that Amit Shah has been taken right now.
No, he never faced a charge sheet in any case.
No.
Narendra Modi never faced a charge sheet.
Let me. 2002
he was not charge sheeted for murder, extortion.
2002 used to creep into every discussion we had. But I'm coming back to Amit Shah.
There is a difference between
I'm coming back to
Narendra
Amit
Modi and
Shah.
Amit
I'm
Shah.
coming back to Amit Shah also. The people of this country, and especially one of the largest states of this country, Uttar Pradesh, felt that it is Amit Shah whose organizational skills are the best, and he is the man who can lead them there. In the sense, that is the reason as to why his excellence was seen in Uttar Pradesh. If people would have felt that there's something wrong with him, Amit Shah, probably he would have been rejected there. So the norm is what the people feel best, because they know the pulse, they know the reality. Secondly, and most importantly, let me over here remind the viewers of the fact, and all those who point fingers towards Amit Shah, that recently, after closure of the Israt Jahan case, the CBI director, whom the Supreme Court had called a caged parrot, came ahead and said that the UPA dispensation would have been very happy if Amit Shah would have been named, but he has not been named because no evidence was found against him.
That is in the Israt Jahan.
Yes, that is in Israt Jahan, and the single sentence by Ranjit Singh Sinha speaks volume, that the UPA dispensation would have been extremely happy if his name would have been taken. That shows that only validates the point that we have been speaking.
Is there not a case against him in court?
Most essential point
Sambit
is,
Patra, the point is there is a case.
What I am
and
trying
it's a
to
very
prove,
serious case.
You have to understand what I am
come
trying to
on
prove. Yogendra ji, allow me to complete a sentence.
I'll come back to Mr. Yadav.
All I was trying to prove to this single sentence is, when the CBI chief says something so important as this, there's only points fingers towards the fact that Congress has been using institutions like CBI to subvert justice and to see to it political ends are meeting. And Mr. Yogendra Yadav, to you, all my humbleness, I would suggest that please sort out the problems in Aam Aadmi Party before jumping into what the people of this country believe is best for them. And I believe BJP has recently won an election, and people of this country have all their faith in Bharatiya Janata Party.
On that. Yes, Mr. Yadav.
Number one, I would like to ask why the BJP used to complain about fodder cases against Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav when he was winning elections. So he won elections. How does fodder case matter then? Why? I mean, is it the case that if you win election, every charge against you is immaterial? Is that BJP's official position? I really want to know that. Number two, against Mr. Narendra Modi, there have been allegations, very serious allegations. But what Mr. Amit Shah faces are not allegations. These are court cases in which charges have been framed by the court. And before my colleague thinks of CBI being influenced by Congress, which was indeed the case, he has to remember that Mr. Amit Shah's case was not being monitored by the government. It was directly being monitored by the Supreme Court. And I'm sure he's not implying that the Supreme Court of India was playing into the hands of any government. These are simple facts. And I'm truly shocked that if we can use electoral verdict to say anyone with any record can come, then why have courts, Mr. representative of the BJP? Why do we need courts? Let us do away with them. Someone has won elections, forget about courts and justice.
Sambit Patra, the BJP's argument and the supporters of the BJP have argued that a Supreme Court monitored SIT gave Mr. Narendra Modi a clean chit. So, in the same vein, as Yogendra Yadav says, there is a Supreme Court monitored investigation into these cases against Amit Shah. This is a case that is being monitored by the top court. His limited point is, he may very well be innocent, but let the case be over, let him be exonerated if that's the case before you make this decision.
I believe the first case, one of the most important cases about which we had volumes of discussion, the Israt Jahan case.
We're not talking about that case.
No.
This is about Sohrabuddin.
It only shows the light of the day in the sense as to how the dispensation then, the UPA dispensation, has used government structures to see to it politically, the political opponents were taken on, and that's the reason as to why we are almost sure. Let the court.
Have no faith in the Supreme Court.
We have faith in judiciary. We have faith in judiciary, and that's the reason. That's the reason as to why we.
On the Supreme Court.
Who says we have cast aspersions?
I
am casting aspersion on the CBI. I am casting aspersion on the CBI.
These were not CBI cases.
These were not CBI cases. SIT, the CBI was looking after the cases. Exactly.
If you are using that argument about Mr.
Modi, let me remind you of two very important things.
I'm astounded that
you may be astounded, but I am astounded of the fact that in spite of seeing the truth. You are not seeing the truth in the sense that Geeta Johri, remember Geeta Johri, the then police chief of Gujarat who first investigated the case, she comes out in the open, has a press conference and said the CBI was influencing her and pressurizing her to name Amit Shah.
You are not answering what Yogendra Yadav
No,
is
no,
saying.
I am answering.
Is Mr. Amit Shah charge sheeted or not? Does he face these charges or not?
He has been cleared in a few cases. He has been cleared in a few cases, and we have full faith in the judiciary, and we have full faith in Amit Shah. He would be cleared in the other cases as well.
Wait, I have a question then. Akar Patel, come in on this. How much do these cases against Amit Shah really matter? Because we're having this debate here tonight, but has the BJP, in a sense, moved on from this completely? Or is the past going to catch up with him at some point?
So, the BJP has moved on. Whether the law has moved on or not, we'll have to see. May I just say that the quality of BJP spokespeople has dropped since the Lok Sabha elections, and all the good people have gone into party. I think we should bring back Meenakshi Lekhi.
I take objection to this. I take strict objection to this.
I think this
no. Please let me clarify. If I am on the panel and you take objection to it, I think there would have been a better way of representing your view. Please, I take objection to it.
Okay,
I think no.
I'm so sorry, sir.
I take objection to this.
Okay, your objection has been noted. He's
May
also said so.
May I say that Amit Shah, describing Amit Shah as master strategist, I think is stretching it a bit. He did really well in UP, but it's a state where the BJP has won before. Bihar, the BJP never won before. They won this time. Rajasthan and Gujarat, they did not let a single seat go away. So to assume that UP was some sort of outlier for the BJP, where Amit Bhai made some kind of difference, is I think a bogus argument.